This is your fire trine reading for the period April 17th to 30th, 2022. This is the first of 3 informational slides on the fire signs and the alignment of Vedic astrology and the tarot. So you can look at it at your leisure or pull up one of my previous videos on the transit series for a more detailed explanation. Should you have any queries or questions, just visit me at zedamastrology.com, or you can drop me a line at zeta55@outlook.com. These are the trines in its zodiac layout to show you what signs are fire, earth, air and water, and it gives you an explanation in previous videos as to why I do the trines rather than the single zodiac sign horoscope, so that you can always drop me a message or a request at zeta55@outlook.com. This final informational slide tells you about the synergy between Vedic astrology and tarot based on my research at Zedam Astrology. And I ask that you look at it, you understand it, you digest it. If you don't understand, as I said, look at my previous videos or drop me a line at zedamastrology.com or zeta55@outlook.com. Okay, fire trine, this is your reading for the period April 17th to 30th, 2022. And just as a reminder, the fire trine is Aries, Leo and Sagittarius. And here we're going to have the first card of a 5-card spread for you, and it's Justice. And Justice is all about power, clarity, success, intuition, order, logic and mercy. Justice appears in a reading to remind you that you are at a point in life where you are exactly should be, where you deserve to be. The laws of karma apply here right now. You are reaping what you have sown, and the scales are balanced and the situation has turned out just as it should, so that you must take full responsibility for where you are right now, because your proceeding or preceding actions, your thoughts, your ideas of yesterday and yesteryear have brought you to this position where you are now. And if you are honest with yourself, you will accept this and address the situation to make amends or to enjoy it. So if you are where you are right now and you are happy, this is karma, this is your reward. The Justice card is a compassionate card, though. It's upright with a double-edged sword, and only one of the two in the tarot cards, other than the other one being the Queen of Swords, shows us that we understand the duality in life, that this double-edged sword can swing either way. It can swing both ways. There are always two sides to the story, and sometimes there are a third side, so that at the end of the day, the double-edged sword reminds us that there are consequences for everything we do in life. And when the Justice card appears, it can mean that things are turning out in your favor. If you have been working hard towards a goal, then the Justice card will indicate that your hard work is about to pay off. You are exactly where you are meant to be at this moment, with everything in the divine order. So that's the topic for fire trine this period. You are where you are meant to be. And what is the influence and your character? The influence is the 4 of Wands, and that influence tells us that it's celebration, it's stability, security, contentment. So that is what has or is influencing your Justice background, where you are meant to be. And it's generally the 4 of Wands is a card of action. It's not a card of settling in. It's a card of achievement, of desiring to establish some kind of roots. And the 4 of Wands returns stability, order and security in your life after a period of upheaval. So this Justice card, where you are where you're meant to be, the 4 of Wands also supports and enables and aligns itself to that movement and transition. And your character, which is lovers, it's you have good relationships now, whether, or it will bring good relationships for you, in whether it is your family, your friends, your network, your spouse, your children, whoever it may be. And it can also be that your enemies will gain a hand in understanding you and understanding your character and what you are all about, and what they may have seen is not really who you are. So you are this carefree, loving, nurturing person. You are always looking for the best in people, or to bring out the best in people. And the Lover's card, says that you love relationships, you love community, you love those around you. You don't like to create tension or friction. You want all that is good and happy and blissful in your life and for those that are surrounding you. And with the Lover's card in your character, sometimes we look at the sexual consummation of a relationship when this Lover's card comes in, especially if it's for a couple or a marriage, and it shows that you have moved on from the romantic stage into the sexuality and consummation stage, because we align this to Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden. And the temptations of the flesh may become an issue. The timing of this Justice and Four of Wands and Lovers is sought through the Ace of Swords. And swords usually measures in weeks, but the period that it's measured from is what Europe and the Asian countries call autumn. That is September, October, November. So that mental clarity, the new ideas, the new plans, even justice, the two sides of it, you're getting a green light. You have mental sharpness, assertiveness, there's a breakthrough. It may come in the weeks of September, October, and November. And that's the Ace of Swords. And remember, the aces always bring new beginnings. And the outcome for this is death. And what is death? Death is all about ending, transformation, change. It is not about physical death. It is about something coming to an end that has to end. It is about you transforming or moving on to a new path, or where a chapter in your life is ending. And the important thing here is how you react to it. Are you going to accept it and release all the tensions and negativity and enmity from yesteryear and yesterday? The death of a situation which you have been seeking on a deep level is going to come to you, but your reaction will provide the basis for how you handle it and how you're meant to look at this. Are you going to look at it as this person contemplating on his elbows there, understanding, meditating, or are you going to take action? Are you going to move on? The changes may appear unwelcome initially, but in the long run it should work out for you, and you will wonder why you have waited so long to make this change, to accept this transformation. And the Death card, recall, the Death card is a card of the external environment. It is not a card that you have control over. The forces externally, the spiritual basis for this is something where you cannot control. You have no say in this, in the changes that are coming, because there is no point in struggling against these changes, for they are going to happen anyway. It's the external forces, it's the deities who are bringing this change to you. You really have no control over it. What these cards are telling you is that you have to prepare for it. Justice is coming. Any issues that are coming, you are going to get a favorable, because the Four of Wands is there. You're going to celebrate. Your relationships are going to improve. You are going to have new beginning, and those new beginnings will ask you to transform and change. Fire sign, that is the reading for you. And take these messages and understand that for the period April 17th to 30th, there are only certain things you are in control over. You are not in control of everything, but you have to look at it in a way of you learning and developing, you moving on, you moving forward, you growing, you exploring all parts of yourself and not only one part. Do not cling on to what you had look forward to what you will gain by this transformation, by this decision, by this celebration. Take the Ace of Swords as the new beginning and transform. Bring death to what you have to bring death to. Bhagwan's blessings have brought me once again to the end of another video. I thank you for joining me. I thank you for allowing me to give to you messages that have been emanating from my research and from divine intervention in my life. I thank you for sticking with me to the end, for listening, and I hope something new and exciting enters your thoughts and enables your dreams. Be safe, happy, and healthy until we meet again. Bye.